timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his fifth! 13! 13! Can you believe it?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Locker Room Podcast. I'm your host, Oliver, joined by the big fella, Lachie.
How are you, mate?
We'll just go
Not
with that.
too bad. And our mystery man has returned from his 1 week hiatus.
It's just a one-off for now.
It's just a one-off occasion now. He's still trying to figure out his.
I tried hiding my screen because it just wouldn't.
We'll sort something out. Now,
Trying to put
Lachie,
Deuce McAllister.
before we get into things, you played on the weekend. Do you want to let us know how you went?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as well as I thought I was going to go.
But
Not
get
very
a
well.
concussion.
Yeah, just copped a concussion and, yeah, feeling great. Had all this week off. So, yeah, feeling really, really good. We lost. Panthers lost. My life just sucks a minute.
But
But you know what the one good thing is? I don't go for the Knicks, so it's all
and
good.
my brother
Life
won.
is good.
Go
did.
Bats.
By the
He
drive-by,
did.
what did we do?
He did.
So
I might actually be able to get down and watch him.
Yep, let's go. KD granting one of the best days of the year.
One
Pats
of.
versus a bunch of ex-Marupna players, which is going to be
Yeah, correct.
a great game, hopefully. The weather's going to be shite, but...
Is it
beyond
really?
that- yeah, it's meant to be raining the next 3 days.
Haven't even
thir-
looked at that.
13 degrees on Saturday. Which
Yeah, wow.
sucks for a spring day, but what can you do?
Mm.
Let's get into the NFL, though. Bills, first Friday game. They absolutely smacked up the Rams. Now, for some reason, it felt like we already talked about this, but I don't think we have. Did this surprise? Obviously, it surprised you, Lachie, because you backed the Rams. I backed the
Well,
Bills.
it
but
did, but it didn't.
There's a lot of turnovers, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very, very, very odd. But yeah, it wasn't as competitive as I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like everyone was saying, oh no, they're done. Like they went no back to back, and they literally lost to like one of the other contenders. Like it's one game of the year.
Yeah.
Just relax a little bit. Just relax a little bit.
I think the Bills are going to be the best team this year, to be honest. And
After the weekend, I would have to agree.
like Josh Allen,
pretty bloody impressive.
he did throw 2 interceptions, but one of them wasn't entirely his fault, and he ran 56 yards. So
yeah,
he's an absolute jet, and I feel bad for Stafford because I rate Stafford. I don't feel bad for him actually. He won a Super Bowl, so you can't argue.
I was going to say, man's not doing too bad.
Yeah, but like 3 interceptions, it's not what you expect from a player like him, even though the Bills have a good defense.
It's a bit of a worry though when your quarterback leads your team in rushing, going forward.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. But he did have the most carries, to be fair. That is also a worry.
Correct. But that's the thing. If you know they're going to do if you know they're going to throw the ball, you still got to stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Sharpy, you weren't here last week. Did you have any thoughts on this game in particular?
How good was Isaiah McKenzie?
Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah.
Well,
the man.
I don't have him on here.
Don't even know who you're talking about right now.
Yeah,
but
neither do I.
Let's go with it.
Okay.
Let's go with it.
2 receptions for 19 yards. Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yeah, 100%.
He caught a touchdown.
What a king.
Exactly.
What a king.
You actually made me go search that up.
That's some
find
NFL fan you are, if you don't know who Isaiah McKenzie is.
Well, he did better than Dawson Knox, and I like Dawson Knox, but I don't know how many times he was targeted. But
probably not many.
Every time I get out of it, it does this stupid fucking thing. Anyway, I don't want to move on to this next game. I don't want to touch on it much because it's a battle of the battlers, really. The Eagles beat the Lions 38-35. Obviously, it's high scoring because both teams just suck. But
pretty much
do you take anything out of these games, or is it like
Nope.
Jalen Hurts as a quarterback had 90 rushing yards, which is
my quarterback, baby.
In your fantasy, is he?
Correct.
Jesus. Okay, that's not a bad guess.
Yep.
And Jared Goff.
Thank you very much.
Just did kind of Jared Goff.
Jared Goff has been no one since he fucking left the Rams. He was no one anyway.
Oh, I like Jared Goff. Come on.
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't think we need to stay on that game at all. The Bears versus the 49ers. It was like Soldier Field. I think it's called Soldier Field. Is terrible. Do you see? Did you see them mopping the water?
It was like Splendor in the mud.
Yeah, they were just getting the squeegee things out.
Ridiculous.
It looked horrible, and I don't know how they could play on it, but like Justin Fields threw 17 times.
Yep.
And he threw an interception. So
yeah, that's a good effort to get an interception though. That sort of weather.
And that's the thing,
like a bar of soap.
He ran it 11 times, and David Montgomery ran it 17 times, but only got 26 and 28 yards respectively. So it's, but they somehow got the win because Trey Lance, who I don't think is going to be everything everyone wants him to be. Personally, I reckon he's going to be good, but I don't reckon he's going to be the stud that a lot of people hope for him to be.
I think I don't know how much can you take away from this game with being the weather and everything.
It was, that's true. And San Francisco are probably the last team in the league that you'd expect to be able to play in that sort of fucking terrible football.
Yeah.
It's always relatively good weather where they're playing. Sharpy, did you see anything on this one?
So I liked it at the end when they did the big dive in the water. That was pretty funny.
That was funny.
That was grouse.
Should have done the knee slide they do in soccer.
They would have just kept going.
Yeah. It's just like one of those TikTok memes where they just keep knee sliding the whole pitch. And I'm going off track and no one's following me.
You are.
I knew what you were talking about. Seeing that video, yeah.
Thank you. Bengals versus Steelers. Now, sadly, the Bengals lost. And to make things worse, TJ Watt has suffered an injury that's either 6 weeks or the season. And I had him in for my in my multi futures to win Defensive Player of the Year. You know what he had?
Yeah.
He had
as in what injury?
No, what stats he had? He had 6 tackles, 1 sack, one interception. So
he's an absolute freak.
He's had a good start, and then he just fucking
Yeah, the Bengals O-line still worries me.
Yeah, that is
still really worries me, unfortunately.
What about Joey
B? Joey B threw for 4 interceptions.
Yeah,
right.
Steelers have always got good defense, though.
Yeah, true. But that was the Bengals' one worry last year, and then it got them in the Super Bowl when they couldn't stop Aaron Donald. So it looks like to be honest, I was looking at it and it looks like it's going to be a bit of an issue again. But Jamar Chase, he's a gun. He's an absolute star.
Are you surprised that Mitch Trubisky started for the Steelers?
No, not really.
What's the rookie's name, the ambidextrous one? I always forget his name.
Yeah, I don't know, but Mitch has obviously been in the system a little bit longer. So I'm not overly surprised. And I think he played pretty well. He threw a touchdown, no interceptions, and I thought I watched this game yesterday and I thought he looked all right, to be honest. And Mike Tomlin will put him in good sort of situations to make sure he's not going to be anything stupid. So
did you see what Mike Tomlin had to defend? Because they put out their depth chart and they had the rookie quarterback behind whoever their third string quarterback is, and they had to repost it because Mason Randolph was second and they had that Kenny Pickett that they just picked up third, and they got heaps of backlash, so they had to delete it, update it, and change it.
Oh my god!
Whether that's actually how they stand on their depth chart, I don't know, but who knows? Trubisky might actually be their quarterback for the future. Do you still believe the Bengals can make?
I hope he gets a crack.
Playoffs.
Yep, they've got enough there. I think their defense is still good enough. Their offense, they've just got to sort a few things out. Like the offense, like I said, the offensive line's still the worry, but I think they've got enough there to be able to still make the playoffs. So
yeah.
And the Steelers are still going to be good, but they're not going to be as good anymore without TJ Watt. That's a big out.
Yeah.
Like huge out for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just that he was the reason why I wanted the Steelers defense in my draft, but I couldn't get him.
Yeah.
So someone took him really early, and I'm like, fuck, I did not expect that.
Nah, you don't take defenses early.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I was just like, what? I didn't want to say what idiot because I wanted him, but we'll move on to our two teams, and then Sharpy's got his team coming up later. Start off with the Patriots losing to the Dolphins. Now, it was annoying because there was one play left before halftime, and they've just allowed a friggin' slant that they ran in for a touchdown right on halftime, and it just ruined all momentum. Like, Tua did play all right, but he didn't play great. Mac Jones didn't have a great game. He did what he did. I'll tell you one thing, though. Like, I said it last.
He might be injured too.
Oh, God. I
thought I'd seen something today about him maybe being injured potentially. Leave that with me. I'll have a look.
But I would have said it last year. But his anticipation, like throwing and like just putting it in the right spot to where people are running to, like people can throw bullet passes and everything, but those lob ones that Mac Jones can throw, it's pretty unreal for the way he can do that at his age, or how many years he's been in the league at least.
Oh, he's supposedly was suffering from back spasms during the Dolphins game.
Start calling him you.
Probably from carrying the team, but yeah, that's not fun.
To be fair, the Patriots didn't allow Tyreek Hill to over 100 yards. He only got 94, but
jeez, 94.
But it's not good when your offense is getting held to 7 points. So, but in saying that, the Dolphins are good defensively. So we'll give them that.
Yep.
Did you want to comment anything, Sharpy, on my Patriots?
No, they suck.
Fuck yourself. Just because your team's the only one that won.
Yeah, Sharpy with the expert tips.
Yeah, thanks to McCoy with his massive field goal. We'll get into
that. Browns losing to the Panthers. I think this is the first. Sorry, the Browns beating the Panthers. I just saw Baker Mayfield, and I'm like, huh.
Jesus.
Browns beating the Panthers, and I think I was reading something, and it's the first time you could text on an Apple iPhone that the Browns have won on opening weekend. That's how long it's been since they've won on opening weekend. So that's a bit of an Essendon drought. That's
shit house.
That's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but it sounds about right because the Browns have sucked for a long time.
Yeah, correct.
Were you disappointed at all with anyone? Yep. Obviously, McCaffrey didn't have
with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, McCaffrey did absolutely nothing apart from a touchdown.
Didn't pick him up, did you?
Nah, God, no. No, I just don't trust us this year. Like, he could turn it around, but he keeps getting injured. I just can't trust him getting through a full season.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, like Baker had a relatively good game. I think he's got some good young wide receivers out there. I think the only player I've got on this team was DJ Moore, and he did absolutely nothing, but he's on my bench anyway. So, but yeah, like we obviously couldn't stop Nick Chubb at all. Ran for 141 yards.
I was about to say, I was looking at that, and I don't even know where he went in our draft. To be honest, I don't even know if he went.
I don't know if I don't think I picked him up. Nah, I was looking at him. I was going to. But I ended up going for Joe Mixon from the Bengals instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a gun. Like, they've got a really, really good 1-2 punch there. They've got him and Kareem Hunt as well. So he's a good backup running back to have. Like, he still went for 46 yards and 11 carries. Like, they're two really big chunks of like average yardage. So,
and they're going to be a running team until Deshaun Watson gets back, because
correct.
Brissett's just pretty good.
But he still threw for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He still threw for a touchdown and didn't throw any picks. So that's still a decent game. Like, it's nothing exciting, but at least he didn't have a bad game.
Wasn't shocking. But was that one on a field goal, that game? I feel like, did Panthers miss their field goal? I'm trying to remember.
No, I think you're thinking of a different game. I'm pretty sure. Who was that? That was wasn't it the Bengals game? They lost on a field goal. They went to tie it up or something and missed it. I'm pretty sure.
I'll
went into OT. One of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have a quick look because I know that obviously it's a 2-point game, so I'm questioning how it finished. But
and the Seahawks and the Broncos did as well.
You will get to that, sadly.
I think they blocked it.
No, Cleveland kicked a 54-yard field goal to win the game.
Did they?
Yep.
So there was a few. So there was that one, and the Steelers blocked the Bengals field goal, I think.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Money Mac not getting it.
Shit ass.
Because I didn't call it.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not going to be able to get through all the games, but quickly, I don't know how the Colts possibly drew with the Titans. Like, that's just baffles me, especially when Matt Ryan passes for 350 yards and Jonathan Taylor runs for 160.
Like, good defense. Good defense.
What are they doing once they get to the bloody red zone? Are they just fucking keep going for it on 4th down and losing it or something? But
yeah,
beyond me. The Saints edge out the Falcons. Sharpy, you got any comment on your GOAT quarterback, Jameis Winston, throwing 2 touchdowns, no interceptions?
Yeah, look, it's his season. He's going to win MVP. We're going to win it all. And I said McCoy, it's Will Lutz, our kicker that did the field goal to win it, the 51-yard field goal to win it.
Big Taysom Hill though, Sharpy.
Yeah, is he a quarterback? Is he a
running back? Is he a wide receiver? Who knows? He could be a kicker.
Yep. He's probably got that in his repertoire somewhere. But either way, he's a Jet.
Well, I've got Alvin Kamara.
Michael Thomas is back too.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got bloody Alvin Kamara in my team, and he just did fuck all. But
he did nothing.
Thank God it's only week 1, and it doesn't actually count yet.
And it's good for one of my teams to finally beat Atlanta in something. So that's good.
And for your team to win and mine and Lockie's team to lose. So
yeah,
correct.
First time for that.
The Saints they're not bad this year still, Sharpy.
I thought they would be better defensively.
That's what I thought.
When we brought in Allen as the coach, I thought because there was he had a reputation of being a defensive coach, and I think also I was seeing that a lot of the Cowboy fans are looking at trying to get Peyton in. They want to get Peyton in first week.
Wow.
Oh, there was nothing else to add on there.
I was waiting for something there. I was what's he saying here? I thought he cut out and left or something.
No.
So we'll move on though.
Just a little thing I saw.
Ravens beat the Jets. No one really cares about that. I haven't even checked the stats, but Joe Flacco, the return to Baltimore with 309 yards. Jesus.
Man, still got it.
What a king he was. Lamar Jackson,
still got it.
3 touchdowns, 213 yards. Whether that's a good game. His level.
It's not too bad. Not too bad. It's going to be a pretty interesting year because everyone's going to be talking about his contract all throughout the year, even though he's saying he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They'll still keep asking him.
The Commanders beat the Jaguars after I said that the Commanders could finish 3rd in their division. I can't remember. Above her. Fuck, I'm having a coughing fit.
So Sharpy.
Yeah. How about them Jaguars?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, I saw Stephen A. Smith laughing at him.
So there's no need to go into that one. Vikings smacked up the Packers. I've got Justin Jefferson
Brady's in for a very, very long year.
I've got Justin Jefferson in my fantasy, and he had 156 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns at halftime.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched I think I watched 2.5 quarters to that before I had to go to work.
Packers, like apart from probably maybe their first or second drive,
yeah,
I think they might have had a 3 and out. Their first drive, their second drive looked pretty good. I think they got a score out of it. After that, they looked shithouse, like absolutely woeful.
I don't know how Justin Jefferson got so open for his second touchdown, and Aaron Rodgers looked like he was just skitzing at everyone. He was not a happy person, which I guess you can't argue with him. But
that's the hard thing. Like I heard them all saying he's not a patient person and all that sort of thing, and he's going to have to be because he's got such young wide receivers and all that. Like it's not just going to happen overnight, unfortunately.
And it's going to be interesting to see him on the Pat McAfee show every weekend.
Every week. He got smacked up pretty hard too. Couple of sacks looked like it would have hurt quite a bit.
Giants beat the Titans in a massive surprise.
Huge.
I don't think anyone actually saw it.
Saquon Barkley's back though.
I was so annoyed because that's who I wanted as my second pick, but obviously I couldn't get into the draft, and it took the fucking Chargers.
Running back.
Yeah, I'm having a brain fade at what his name is. Austin Eckler. That's it. So they took him, and I'm like, fuck, I wanted Barkley, but anyway. Move on. He had 164 yards, which he
and a 2-point conversion to win the game as well. I'm pretty sure
he's just so chunky.
But he's nimble and agile. Yeah, fuck.
He's basically Derrick Henry, but maybe a bit smaller.
I would say so.
Derrick Henry didn't have a great game, but he didn't have a bad game.
Did you see him get laid out?
No, I didn't.
Some bloke coming from the side and absolutely laid him out, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, that's a man mountain that just got absolutely sat on his ass."
Better move on quickly through these last few ones. Chargers beat the Raiders. Any surprise there?
Not really. No,
I was just surprised that the Raiders came back. Chargers nearly choked it.
Could have went either way.
Their stadium is so sick.
Like they're going to be two really, really good teams this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, unreal, isn't it?
Oh, I want to go there.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Cardinals versus Chiefs. Chiefs just manhandled the Cardinals. I called this year that I don't think the Cardinals are going to be anything like they were last year.
No.
Whether that's maybe just a one-off game, but
no, I don't think so. I don't think they'll be any good. I'm still not a fan of Kyler Murray.
Yeah, neither. I've got him in my fantasy.
Still don't think he's that good. Still don't think he's that good.
They're telling me to start him over bloody Justin Herbert this week.
And but they've still got what's his face to come in though, DeAndre Hopkins. Because he suspended the first 6 games of the year.
Yeah, and they're still trying to get it reduced. Tom Brady still undefeated against the Cowboys in his career, 19-3.
They absolutely destroyed. They should have won by more.
They should have smashed them.
They should have won by more.
Obviously, Prescott's hurt his hand. The Cowboys are going to just be nothing again this year. So how about
they're going to be
Cowboys?
Absolute shite, mate. I watched that game and they were absolutely fucking dreadful. And the only thing that made the score half decent was Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, it's quite upsetting, isn't it? For Cowboys
not at all.
Seahawks
I really don't care.
beat the Broncos in Russell Wilson's return to. This was such a sick game. I was sick.
This was one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen in my life, apart from the goal line call when the Patriots won the Super Bowl.
You pay him so much money.
Like,
let him go for it.
Yep.
But
yep,
we're not in charge. So,
and the coach has come out and said that he made a mistake and should have called that. So he's come out and said he should have went for it, not gone for the field goal.
To be fair to the field goal kicker, he did have the leg.
100% he did.
Fucking huge kick.
Because I think the first one they called a timeout and he missed it to the left and cleared it easy. And the second one just missed a little bit to the left and still clear. Like he definitely got the leg in him, but
it ruined my multi. Was the last leg.
Well, that sucked. That sucks for
the
you,
way
doesn't
it
it?
goes, isn't it?
It is. Well, in your life of multis, it is, sure.
Especially the one you had last night.
Yeah, no. Let's not talk about that one. That one's really sad. Well, we'll head into that time of the week. Slugs. Horsey tips. So his first one is Randwick Race 9, number 6, Gold Trip. Randwick Race 6, number 5, Zoo Gotcha. And his each way of the day is Caulfield Race 7, number 10, Showmanship. I think he's each way
I love
last.
how he's gone to Royal Randwick.
What's that?
I love it how he's gone to Royal Randwick.
Yeah. Well, he's each
a
way
man.
last week nearly won. I think it lost by like a nose. So
Yeah.
a big odds it isn't too bad. What'd you say, Sharpy?
Classic whirlwind week.
Fuck off. Now there's only we'll go through each game, but we're only going to touch on some of the better games for more in depth. Tomorrow, Chiefs versus Chargers. That's probably one of the better games of this season.
Baby.
Coming up this early.
Mm-hmm.
Who have you got in this one, Lachie? I've got
the
Chargers, but I think
I've got the Chargers. I reckon they're going to put up more of a fight than who played them. Was it Arizona, wasn't it? The Cardinals. Yeah. They'll put up a much better fight, I think. I might even put a multi on this one, to be honest. I reckon it'll be a pretty good game.
Actually, I might as well. Thanks for reminding me.
And what's that tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
10:15. You beauty.
What about you, Sharpy? Who you backing?
Yeah, who'd you say, Lachie?
The Chargers.
Yeah, he pretty much took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, we're all going with the Chargers then. Oh,
yeah, we'll go with the Chargers.
We'll just start zooming through them. Patriots, Steelers.
Pats.
Geez,
Steelers.
It's going to be a low-scoring affair, this game.
It'll be shocking.
I wonder what Tomlin will buy the team after the win. Now, did you see that?
Yeah.
What did he do?
The Black Air Force
he bought the whole team Black Air Forces.
Oh my god.
The low cuts too.
I'm gonna go Patriots because I got to.
Of course you are.
Another winnable game.
Who's your backup quarterback? Can I just ask?
Isn't it fucking Brian Hoyer? It's always been Brian Hoyer.
Oh, the man.
No,
what
it's
king.
Jared Stidham. Big Stidham.
Never
but
heard
I'd
of him
rather
in my life
Hoyer.
anyway. Moving on. Where are you getting these games from? Because they're all over the shop. I don't know where. I'm trying to follow this. And you've just gone.
No, I'm going in order of the way they're played. Just on.
I don't think you are, but anyway.
On the Googles.
Googles. You're not on the NFL website, obviously.
No. I'm on the ESPN app.
Giants versus Panthers. You got to back your own team, Lachie. Come on.
No.
Giants aren't that good.
I'm not backing them either.
Neither are we, mate.
I'm gonna go.
I wouldn't be surprised if we win, but yeah, I think after last week, I think if we can't stop Saquon Barkley, then we're screwed.
You know what? I think I might go back and listen to our pick'ems, and throughout the year we'll tally them up to see who gets the most right. That's a good idea.
I bet you by next week you'll forget all about this. And...
Fuck off. No. No. I'm a busy man, but I'll remember it.
Please.
This. So you're going the Giants?
Mm-hmm.
Sharpy, you're going Giants, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going Panthers.
All that stuff.
Browns, Jets.
Browns.
Oh, yeah, Browns.
I'm going Browns too. Colts, Jags.
Oh, Jags.
Colts.
Yeah, Colts.
Ravens, Dolphins.
Ravens.
I'm going to go the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Let's go, Sharpy. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'll be a good game.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sharpy, this one's for you. Saints versus the Buccaneers. Can they hold Tom Brady without a touchdown again?
Yeah, 100%.
So you're taking the Saints?
Yeah, of course. I back my team. I like Lachie.
Unlike
Shut
Lachie,
the fuck up.
Sorry.
Are you going
Shut the fuck up.
Buccaneers, I'm guessing, Lachie?
The Bucks will win by at least 3 touchdowns.
Oh.
Well, you
at least.
Put a multi on that. I'm going Buccaneers. Lions versus Commanders.
Oh, what a hoot of a game.
Wait, who are they playing? Who are the Lions playing, sorry?
The Commanders.
Um,
I'm going to go the Commanders.
Commanders
I'll
are going
go-
2-0, baby.
I'll go. Yeah, Commanders.
Imagine.
Let's go.
Imagine.
Commanders of the Zavalas.
49ers versus Seahawks.
No, it's the captains of ours, Sharpy. Right, he says. Yeah. Dickhead.
49ers versus Seahawks.
49ers.
Yeah, them.
Yep, 49ers too. Rams, Falcons. I think we're all taking the Rams.
Yeah.
Raiders, Cardinals.
How about my kicker? Are we going to touch on fantasy soon?
Yeah, we'll get into it.
My Falcons kicker, 18 points.
Yeah, he did fucking kill it.
Let's go.
The last week doesn't count for anything, Lachie.
True.
Raiders, Cardinals.
Raiders.
Raiders. Yep.
Raiders.
Good call, Sharpy.
Oh, you
Broncos,
would copy me.
Broncos,
Yeah,
Texans.
sorry. Broncos.
Broncos. Oh,
Yeah, going the Broncos too. Cowboys, Bengals.
Cowboys
Bengals.
always backing my boy Micah Parsons.
Hey, he played good too.
Hey,
He was
always
like
does.
the only thing that somewhat kept him in that game.
Now this one's going to be interesting because it's a rivalry. Packers versus the Bears.
Bears.
Does he own the Bears still, or will they finally beat him?
I love bread, so I'll go the Packers.
I actually think the Bears will win. The Packers were that bad.
Yeah, I'm
think
going to
the
go
Bears will
Packers
win.
just because I don't. I'm going to go Packers. I think
I want to get Brad's thoughts on this. I hope he's on
Yeah.
tonight so we can ask him what his thoughts are on this. But
we'll ask him.
fuck, they were bad. They were so bad.
He's not on.
2 Tuesday games this week. Bills versus Titans.
Bills.
It should be a good game, but yeah, the Bills.
Should
and
be, yeah.
Vikings versus Eagles. Now, I actually think the Vikings are going to be half decent this year. Maybe it was because
Correct.
they versed a
I reckon the
shit Green
Vikings
Bay.
will win that.
I think they win it easily. Sharpy?
Yep.
Vikings. Skull Nation, you know.
Oh, all right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in a minute. When you are.
And we're back. Sorry about that. We had to start a new call.
What an intro.
Yeah.
I need to
one of
start
my
changing
finest.
up the intro a little bit, maybe at the start.
Correct.
Mention,
Correct. How long have we been saying that for, Sharpy?
You still haven't got one right the whole time.
The best intro we've had is the one that you just did yourself off the top of your head, and it was just like.
I'm open to suggestions.
No, you're not.
You can't
No,
see
you're
Sharpie's spot in the call because we've figured out how to get rid of it. So you can just hear his beautiful voice.
They didn't
I'm
even
even
need
more
to know that. They
mysterious
didn't
now.
even need to know that. But anyway,
But they kind of had to because there's going to be half the video with the black. Anyway,
Do what I said.
what?
moving on.
What? Yeah. Okay.
Put the locker room banner underneath it.
We
Well,
can't do
that's
it
what
now.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I don't know how
Yeah,
to.
just do it in post edit.
Oh, yes. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yes, you are.
Language,
Oh
Oliver.
my goodness gracious!
All right, let's
Oh,
get
we're
on
back.
to,
We're back. We're
let's-
back anyway.
let's-
What are we? Oh,
let's get on to fantasy. So this is my
Okay.
team. I drafted last because Lockie's a coward
it
and
wasn't me.
set me at
It just
pick 8.
did it automatically.
So I got obviously Justin Jefferson, which why are you requesting control on my screen, Sharpie?
I don't know. I just
You
sorry.
keep doing it.
My bad.
Justin Jefferson at pick 8,
Never seen it before.
which I was pretty happy with, but then I got Austin Eckler instead of Saquon Barkley.
That's a good pick at 8. Not gonna lie.
What are your thoughts on this whole team? Because this is my first time. I haven't picked a backup kicker or defense, which I'm not sure if I should be worried about because I got.
That's not the end of the world.
Got
Couple
suck up.
lots.
Who's suck up should get a few points because Brady's going to get him in position. Wait, what?
What a name!
Oh, I thought Sharpie said something smart ass because I knew it was just
no.
going to be.
Oh, I'm just chilling.
And hopefully 49ers defense improves. But I'm very mid-table, I feel.
Correct. Correct. If you're lucky.
Thanks. Let's go to your great draft, shall we? Where are you? a few interesting names in here. You're obviously
nothing wrong with mid-table.
Kanga.
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Oh, you got that bum, Jalen
You know what
Hurts.
I've just realised? I've got a lot of Arizona players, and I don't know why I did that.
Whoever got Chris Godwin so early, I was going to pick up because I thought he was going to be injured for a bit. And
then he comes back.
He played on the weekend and got a touchdown. I'm like, the fuck?
He's only going to get better too.
Yeah, it's annoying, but you got an okay team. I'll give you that. Not better than mine, but it's okay.
Well, I almost had my whole team score double digits.
Well, what did I have? What does it have the total down the bottom? It doesn't have totals down the bottom. What fucking?
Will once you get into the actual season.
Week 1. No, yeah.
I think if you scroll up to the top,
there's your kicker getting those 18 points for you.
Correct. Go up.
Yep.
You should be able to just click on different teams instead of going back. Yeah, so see the drop down arrow next to my team name?
Kanga.
There we go.
Let's go back to mine to see how many double digits. So 2 players. Oh, God, Mike. Yeah, Mike Williams, fuck all. He didn't. I don't even know if he got a touch. But Justin Jefferson had the highest score of the week, obviously. Alvin Kamara did jack shit, as well as that bloke there. Kyler Murray did all right. Cam Akers didn't get a run or something. He didn't do anything. But look at my bench. It's pretty stacked, isn't it? With 8.7, 1.8,
stacked.
2.3.
Real stacked. I reckon Sharpy could have done this draft and still done a better team at drafting the team.
I missed my first 4 picks.
Yeah, wow.
3 picks.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Correct. Thank you, Liam. You took the words right out of my mouth there. Thank you.
Anyway, we'll be giving weekly updates just like we will for the Premier League, which Premier League is back this weekend, I think.
I might even do a weekly report.
Oh, here we go. Lachie becoming prepared.
Yep.
He's finally contributing to the podcast.
Yep, that's what we do in when we manage when I'm in charge of a fantasy. Well, we've got to actually put the effort in and make it good, unlike the NBA one we've had the last 2 seasons.
Well, I hope that one of you is taking control then,
garbage.
because I'm not going to go in charge of the rules.
I went undefeated in the first one, but then Ollie's going to Mickey Mouse wins in the last.
What's our other good mate of this podcast team look like?
Brad.
Yes, correct.
Brad.
I'm sure he's to be called Aaron it out.
Yeah.
It won't be Aaron it out this year. God, he's got Joe Burrow.
I liked AJ. I told you I liked AJ Brown last week.
Jesus, he's got an all right team. That dog.
His bench is just as bad as mine.
No, Derek Carr, Melvin Gordon's not bad. Robert Woods.
He was happy with
he's
Justin
actually got
Tucker.
a good team.
He's always going to have. I tell you, who's got a good. Yeah, he was happy that he got Cook and Henry. Keenan Allen's injured though for a while.
Yeah, but when he comes back, he'll be good.
I tell you who at the time I thought was doing really good is your dad, but I don't know what his team.
Yeah, I know.
It's up
your tight end.
Why? That's just stop shit. Anyway, he's got Dak, which is obviously going to be.
That sucks.
He's got Stafford.
But he just brings in Matt Stafford anyway.
McCaffrey.
Oh, he picked up Chris Godwin.
Got Kelsey. Yeah.
See, I don't get how. I need to check how these points are working, because I don't reckon usually rushing yards you get 1 point for every 10 yards, which would be 3.3. And then receive. I don't know how the points are working for this. It's confusing me.
Oh, but this is better than the NBA one.
Well, it's a lot more simple.
Oh, well, I'm not going in charge this time, so I need to delete the auto renew.
Thing is, though, if you don't, no one else will. So.
Correct.
Well, you two are knowledgeable, so Sharpy, I reckon you can run this one.
I forgot.
Since who's running the Premier League one? Lachie.
Me.
Lachie is.
So, look at me just doubling up.
Sharpy, I reckon you can take on the NBA one.
No, I'm right.
Well, don't complain to me then when I said.
I'm still going to complain. That's what I live for.
So Premier League's back, obviously. That fantasy's back, so do maybe 2 pods next week, depending. Hopefully, depends how busy I am. Oh, maybe 3 with the AFL Grand Final.
Which the Tigers are not in
because we got robbed by Brisbane. If we beat Brisbane, holy.
Wow!
I don't know.
How was your day, Len?
Yeah, it was exhausting.
The host is just having an absolute mare of a night on the podcast here tonight.
Be his last one,
lucky, he looks very slick.
Yeah, I won't be back. Oh, still in my work year, so I won't be back by
looking
next week.
Good.
I'll be gone, but no. Richmond could have made the granny if that goal didn't go over the post or get overturned.
Supposedly,
we would have beaten Melbourne just like Brisbane did, and we'd be on our way to a prelim and beaten Geelong. So, what do you think about that game though? Since we're on AFL, we may as well finish it on
which
the
game?
Not Geelong, fucking Brisbane, Melbourne.
Brisbane have surprised me a lot. Melbourne have disappointed me.
Like a lot.
I'm still surprised that Jared Berry got off.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Like I can see both sides of it, but
it's an eye.
I've had a few people, like I've talked to a couple of people today about it, and they're like, "Oh, but what would you do if you've got like someone's arm resting down on your throat? And you still know where people's eyes are if you're on their go up their face." Like,
I saw people on Facebook saying it's great that Berry got off. He didn't deserve a week. Now suspend Clayton for putting his forearm on his throat. And I'm like, he didn't at any stage. He wasn't like full on elbow or anything.
No, it was more like like here.
And it was like
right in the sternum.
And if it was there, it was like lifted off. So it was. And I'm
supposedly Brisbane took in like a some like I forget the term for the doctor, but they supposedly took someone in and they said that it's not a good look. Or it's not good when someone's got their arm on you, obviously on your windpipe and all that sort of thing, which is just common sense, really. But like he practically eye gouged him.
Yeah, they were claiming self-defense, and
but you know where people, like, you've been in footy games before where you've been on the ground and like you grab their jumper and you push them away like that. You don't go for their face you just don't do that.
And the only time someone would probably do that is when they don't think they're being watched or they're not going to get caught doing it.
Yeah, good luck with that. There's cameras everywhere.
But like
cameras, absolutely. If that was Toby Green, he would have got 4 weeks.
Exactly, and that's what I hate. Like I like Toby Green as a player too.
Yeah.
And I like Berry. Yeah. I like Jared because I played basketball.
Mate, his second half, he won it. He pretty much won in the game. The way he played on Clayton in that second half, he was unreal. Like I'm happy he got off because it's a prelim final. Like you want your best players playing. But I think if that was during the season, I reckon he probably would have got a week, to be honest.
I have the exact same stance. I'm happy that he got off because I want to see the best teams in the finals.
Yeah.
But looking at what he did, it should be a suspension.
Yeah, I think so too. But there's a fair bit of news coming out of the AFL at the minute with trades and everything. Liam Jones is nominated to go back to the Doggies.
Rory Lobb.
So that's good. That's good as for you, bloke, Sharpy, because then you can get rid of what's his name? That spastic that had a shocker
like a couple weeks ago,
Lachie Keith. He was absolutely dreadful. He was horrible.
He had a bad game, but he hasn't had the bad season. He
just provides nothing. He provides nothing.
Rory Lobb wants to go to the Bulldogs too, but Freo don't want to grant that. Obviously, Taranto and Hopper both to Richmond. Geez, if that goes through.
Also, Bobby Hill.
And no one wants to go to North.
Bobby Hill and McStay potentially going to Collingwood. Also, Ollie Henry potentially going to Geelong.
Yeah,
I think I saw something that Ollie Henry's management or something were a bit scarce on McStay joining the team in the forward line.
He doesn't get games like very often anymore now anyway. Like
well, he's always in and out of the forward line.
What I honestly think I might be early bit, but like if Richmond get just one of the Taranto or Hopper, we'll probably get both in the end.
You just need someone to replace Koch.
They're going to be top 4.
Do you reckon that's the reason why Dusty stayed on because of the potential?
I reckon that's why Jack signed on. Like Jack took a massive pay cut because he wasn't initially happy with what they offered him, but then they said that they're going to get Hopper and Taranto, and that's why he stayed. And Cochin signed on for a year, which I like because I don't actually mind Cochin off half forward. He can still go in the midfield for 10 minutes at a time, or 5-10 minutes at a time, and then go half forward. And people hate him. People have their own opinions of him. But after round 6 or so, Richmond didn't lose a game by more than a goal. So I think that if we get one or two of those midfielders, and if Dion Presti can stay away from injuries,
that won't happen.
Tom Lynch will win the Coleman, and
Correct.
Richmond will finish top 4.
And Dusty will be back.
Hopefully. But that's very far into the future. But correct. We'll move on to the second prelim, which I watched, but then got annoyed of watching because it was just boring.
The second semi, you mean?
Yeah, semi, not prelim. Sorry, Freo versus Collingwood. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a half. I think I watched the last half. I wasn't too interested in the game because I just knew Collingwood at this stage we're gonna win. Their football's
like I know each game's gonna they're gonna be ripper games, but I'm super excited to see the Collingwood Sydney game. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be an absolute ripper of a game.
The way Collingwood play reminds me a bit of how Richmond played in 2017. Just the press up, instant rebound, attacking, they've got an attacking defense.
But Sydney are as well.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Sydney are just as good at that. So it's gonna be unreal.
And I said at the start of the season, at the start of the finals, I wanted an all Melbourne or all Victorian team grand final. But right now, I do not. The Swans in the grand final would be unreal, to be honest.
They still have a good following down here.
Yeah, it would be unreal. But Sharpy, what do you think of? We may as well preview that prelim first, even though it's on Saturday night. Swans versus Collingwood. Sharpy, thoughts? Are you confident as a Collingwood / Dogs supporter?
I still think Sydney will win it.
Sorry, didn't you just say before that you always back your team?
They're not my team though.
Oh, he's contradicted himself.
I like that by you, Ollie.
Collingwood have a few minor injuries. I think Maynard went off injured in training yesterday, which is a big loss for their backline as well because he's been outstanding.
He'll play.
Yeah,
I think he will too.
Yeah, I think you got to roll the dice.
Yeah, for a prelim, you have to absolutely.
One big out though that's being discussed at least is Logan. Is Logan McDonald for Swans? The number 6 for Swans, a really good forward. He's not injured or anything, but apparently there's talks of him getting dropped just because the way that Collingwood's defense is set up, because they might need smaller, quicker people to deal with the defenders rather than having another tall with Buddy and Sam.
I reckon just go with what's been working.
It's gonna be so good because obviously the Swans kind of, in a way, they spanked Collingwood in the last round, but then again, Collingwood only lost by 24 points, but it never seemed close. So it's interesting. Who do you actually have in this one, Lachie?
I think Sydney will win. I obviously went and watched them when they played Melbourne, and they were watching them from I was on the third level. I'm watching them from there. They were very, very, very good, and they'll be fresher as well. So I think if they get the jump on them, I think they'll be hard to beat. But Collingwood, they stick around, so it's gonna be a ripper game. I'm more excited to see that one than the other game, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are
Yeah.
But then again, what state are we going to be in when that game's on, Lachie? 4:45. It's 4:45 on a Saturday.
Yeah, well,
I don't know why they've done that.
I won't be drinking a lot because of my head, so I probably won't be doing much. You will be in an absolute sort of a state.
Hopefully, Lanky need to win first, but
yeah, true.
I don't know why they've chosen 4:45. It's such a strange time to be putting for a finals game when there's only 2 games on. It's probably a better spectacle maybe in Sydney. I could be wrong, but you're going with the Swans?
Yep.
What about you, Sharpy? You back in the Swans?
No, I'll just go Collingwood.
Back your team in. I've convinced you.
Oh, shut up.
Well,
how many teeth you got, Sharpy? You got all of them?
Oh, geez, I can see yours from here, though.
Oh, way I'm going Swans too. The other prelim, Geelong versus Brisbane. It's not as exciting, but I mean,
could turn out to be. You never know.
Whenever
Brisbane
I think of Geelong Brisbane, whenever I think of Geelong Brisbane, I think it's Geelong Brisbane. I think of that game that Zach Bailey tackled Blitzarves in the goal square, and it was like with 30 seconds left, and he didn't get the holding the ball call, and they lost by like a point.
That's right. I remember that.
Always think of that game.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was last year, obviously, but Brisbane can pull something out of nowhere. To be fair, but I think this
last
week's
week we would have given him heaps of confidence too.
Yeah, I think this Geelong outfit's just a tad too good right now. They're a lot more experienced than that Melbourne team. Like when you look at them individually, like in their positions, there's players that shouldn't be on that, like on a team that's that good. Like it might not sound right, but you look at Geelong, who are their weakest players? They're probably still players that like
they're ruckman.
Yeah, obviously they're ruckman, but like even Myers, he's okay. He's probably their worst player, I think.
Yeah.
But they've still got good, bad players, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where do you stand on this game? What do you think?
Yeah, Geelong. I think Geelong will win it. I really do. Yeah. But like I said, Brisbane have surprised us, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do something. But yeah, I think Geelong needed the week off too.
Yeah. Well,
for sure.
With their age, of course they did. Sharpy, what about you?
Yeah. Sorry, I was zoned out that whole time. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You can just back a team out of Brisbane and Geelong.
Brisbane. I fucking hate Geelong.
Well, I'm going Geelong. So me and Lachie have a Geelong Swans grand final, which would be unreal. Have you seen the markets for the Norm Smith yet, Lachie?
No, I was literally just about to check that.
All Geelong players are the first
four.
Right,
mate.
Geelong players are the first four players. Jeremy Cameron's a favourite. And then I think the first
player... but that's probably because they're guaranteed to be in there. Like, that's what they're thinking.
Luke Parker is the next player that's not a Geelong player at $14, which I was slightly tempted by.
Grand final day. The grand final.
Imagine if it's Geelong Collingwood. Like, as much as I don't want Collingwood to win, holy shit, that would be huge. And
Premiership winner. Oh, the 2023 market's out already. Interesting.
And bloody, it would be funny with watching all the Collingwood supporters get nervous as hell in the last couple. You're coming down for Granny, aren't you, Lachie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. AFL Northwich medal. There we go.
Oh, let's go. You coming down, Sharpy?
Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah, I should be up depending on my flight. I've got to come back in from London next week, so I'll be.
I thought you were coming in from Taiwan.
No, I was in Taiwan last month, actually.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I haven't been here.
What, scouting? Football manager?
No, there's no fucking good talent over there. I'll tell you that right
now. He's good at his job, this man. So if you had to pick a norm from this game, from right now, who would you pick? Would you pick a Jeremy Cameron? Would it?
Tom Hawkins.
Really?
Yep.
Who's a Geelong midfielder that's... It could be Danger... No, it won't be Dangerfield.
I got Nick Dacos.
It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
With Collingwood win, he's the only one that's going to be doing most of the shit anyway.
I'm going to go Luke Parker, just to change it up.
He's paying $56, Lamb.
Scott Pendlebury's paying like 101 or 1,001 or something.
Who?
1,001, as if it'd be 1,001.
Scott Emblebury.
Oh, Collingwood, yeah.
Collingwood. No, but it's going to be a big few weeks.
Unable to place bet. Why? I hate sports bet. I don't get why they still just can't let me put a bet on.
There goes potential sponsor.
Yep. Fuck you, sports bet.
Bloody.
Fix my damn app.
We need to get some bets going actually for NFL and stuff. Maybe if I win one, I'll post it. But my winning
Good luck with that.
Can't wait to never see that then.
I have a winning record this year, thank you very much. So cop that.
Who the fuck keeps track of that?
What about this week?
I'm all in the membrane.
Jesus.
What's that, Sharpy?
What about this week with the horsies?
What do you? No, I reckon I'll take a day off the horsies because I'll be too invested in the footy.
Piss.
Yeah, too invested in the footy on Saturday. Lanky got all 3 teams in, so I've got to be
huge day.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and hopefully, at least one of them can win. Hopefully,
surely,
and hopefully, I don't get my Lanky hat ripped off me by anyone.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Lachie, and Baker Mayfield.
Oh, I mean.
I'll let you guys get back to your 2K grind. Sorry, I'll let you, Sharpy, get back to your 2K
Excuse me,
grind.
I'm gonna
hasn't even got it anymore.
Smart man. Man.
Yep, very smart man.
FIFA in a couple of weeks. So.
It's all about Football Manager streams.
Exactly.
Correct.
All right,
Coming soon.
End it up there. Thanks for joining us, lads.
No worries.
Thanks for letting me come back for this one-off.
Well, we've got 2 more podcasts next week, so we'll see you then. Bye.